What's going on, everybody? Today I want to talk a little bit about powerlifting and bodybuilding. Mainly how you can get strong and continue to get stronger, but also look good at the same time. People who are unfamiliar with both of these sports sometimes stigmatize them and put them into black and white categories, meaning they figure that a powerlifter is just an overweight person who can lift a lot of weight, but if you saw them walking down the street, you would think they've not been at the gym in the last decade or so. On the other side, they might look at a bodybuilder and assume they can bench press 1,000 pounds and live in the gym, mainly because they have a larger array of muscle mass. While I'm not saying that these scenarios are not true, there is a lot more gray area than people make it out to be. There's a lot of middle ground when it comes to getting stronger, but also continuing to look good at the same time. So I want to go over a little bit of how you can mesh these two training styles together to maximize your strength and your physical appearance. A little disclaimer though, this is for more of the recreational gym goer, someone who's doing this purely because they enjoy it. They might join a local bodybuilding show or do a couple powerlifting meets, but this is not meant for someone who's looking to excel at an elite level in the chosen sport. So if you're someone who's looking and hoping to become an IFBB pro bodybuilder or set world records in powerlifting, this is not for you. If you're at that level, then you should be dedicating yourself to one training style and not trying to mesh them together. But without further ado, let's get into it. So what I'm going to be talking about is really my personal training program. This is not a cookie cutter program. This is not a one size fits all. I cannot guarantee that this program is going to work for you. What I can guarantee is that you can take this program and use some of the key points and manipulate a little bit to fit yourself more personally. There is no one-size-fits-all program. I'm simply trying to give you a few things to think about for you to then mold into your own training style. So I started off in bodybuilding, at least that was the training style that I enjoyed when I got into lifting, but I've grown to a point where now I would consider myself more of a power lifter. But I still enjoy looking good at the same time while continuously getting stronger. So how I have broken it up and created my own training program for it is essentially doing a version of the 5-3-1 protocol. Now, if you don't know what the 5-3-1 training protocol is, I would definitely encourage, before you move on in this video, to just look up a little bit of the 5-3-1 program. There are a lot of videos, a lot of articles that explain it very well. Essentially, it's training every single week at a certain percentage of your estimated 1 rep max on the main lifts. That is a very vague definition, but like I said, I would check out an article or a video explaining 5-3-1 and then come back to this video. But that's how I do my training. I do a 5-3-1 training style, and then I implement more bodybuilding movements in the second half of the workout. So I'll take you through day by day very easily. I train 4 days a week. I have one day where I focus on squats and leg movements, one day where I focus on deadlift, back movements, and biceps, and 2 days where I focus on bench press, overhead press, chest, shoulders, and triceps. Now, the main powerlifting movements are, of course, the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. You're not going to see an overhead press in a powerlifting meet, but you will usually see it in a lot of powerlifting programs just to help with your pressing movements. So what I do on day one is I start off with bench press, and I do the exercise purely in a powerlifting style. Everything I'm doing during that exercise, during those sets, and every single rep is for the purpose and one and only goal to get stronger and to push more weight. I might incorporate bands, benching blocks, whatever it might take, a slingshot, but once I'm done with that movement, I will move mostly into bodybuilding style movements. So incline bench press, dumbbell press, flies, cable flies, push-ups, whatever it might be, for the goal of getting bigger, or at least like looking a little bit better, maybe defining my chest out. And then I'll end that workout with some tricep movements, like skull crushers, overhead extensions, push downs, things like that. On day two, I'll focus on squats. Again, the squatting movement is purely powerlifting focused on getting stronger and utilizing different methods to get stronger at that movement. But after that, I move more into just bodybuilding style leg exercises. So stiff-legged deadlifts, lunges, leg press, hamstring curls, and of course some calf raises, even though I have, itty-bitty calves. Now on day 3, I do overhead press as my main powerlifting movement. Even though it's not a movement you will see it in a powerlifting meet, it is still an exercise that works very well in any powerlifting program. So I'll train the overhead press, again, with the goal of getting stronger and getting better at it. But then afterwards, I move into regular shoulder movements, like lateral raises, shrugs, rear delt raises, and then some more tricep movements. I might do some different movements that I'd done on day 1. Now, day 4, I focus on deadlift. Again, pure intention is to get stronger at the deadlift. But after that, I move into dumbbell rows, bent over rows, pull downs, whatever it might be, anything to develop my back, and then I'll do some bicep work. Usually with a lot more dumbbells, mainly because my wrists do not like it very much when I'm working with a straight bar underhand grip. So I'll usually use an easy curl bar or a hammer curl, dumbbells, cables, whatever it might be. So that's it. That's my program. I'm not saying that it's going to be perfect for you, but I'm hoping this program can work as at least a launching point, set the groundwork for your own training program. Feel free to move it around how you want, manipulate different things to make it more custom to you as an individual person, because there's no one size fits all. If you have any questions about this program or how I train, or really just how powerlifting, bodybuilding can work on their own or interlaced, leave a comment below in the section, send me a direct message. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and from here at Universal Strength Gym, train hard, and we'll see you next time.